5.7 Equations and Inequalities with Rational Numbers. In this lesson, I will teach you how to solve an equation by clearing fractions, clearing decimals, as well as solving an inequality by clearing the fraction. Okay, Part A, solving an equation by clearing fractions. In the first problem, we need to multiply both sides by the LCD of 6, 2, and 4 before we solve for x. So the LCD of 6, 2, and 4 is 12. And then we use the distributive property and multiply 12 to each of the terms. 12 times negative 5, 6, x is negative 10x. 12 times positive half is positive 6. And then you have 3/4 times 12 is 9. And then we subtract 6 to both sides. Our goal is to isolate the variable x. So 9 minus 6 is 3, so we get x equals negative 3 over 10. Okay, for the next problem, the LCD of 8, 3, and 12 is 24. So we will multiply both sides of the equation by 24. 24 times 3/8 x is 9x. 24 times negative 2/3 is negative 16. 7 over 12 times 24 is 14. And then we add both sides with 16. So on the right hand side now we get 30. And then we need to simplify. And then x would equal to 3 1/3. Okay, and for the next problem, the LCD of 9, 4, and 6 is 36. So we multiply 36 to both sides of the equation. 36 times negative 2 over 9 is negative 8. 36 times 3/4 x is 27x. 36 times negative 1/6 is negative 6. Okay, and then we add 6 to both sides. Okay, so 27x equals to negative 2. And then x would equal to negative 2 over 27. Solving an equation by clearing decimals. Okay, for the first problem, we need to multiply by 100 to both sides of the equation because the greatest number of decimal places to the right is 2. So we need 2 zeros to clear the decimals places. So 100 times 2.3 would be 230. 5.14 times 100 would be 514. And then 0.8 times 100 is 80m. And then we need to subtract 514 to both sides of the equation. Okay, and then we can get negative 284. And then we divide both sides by 80. And then we divide by 4 to the numerator and the denominator. And negative 284 divided by 4 is negative 71. 80 divided by 4 is 20. And then I will let you leave your answer like this. And you can also write it as a mixed number of -3 and 11/20. Okay, so let's do the next problem. We will multiply by 10 because the greatest number of decimal places to the right is 1. So we need 1 0. 53m minus 60 and -272. And we add 60 to both sides. Bring down 53m. -272 plus 60 is 212. And then 53. Okay, -212 divided by 53 is just -4. Okay, and for this next problem, we multiply both sides of the equation by 100. $125, 77, subtract 125, both sides. Bring down -120m. And then 77 subtract 125 is -48. And then I'm going to divide both sides by -120. Negative, negative, positive. Okay. And then I need to simplify 48 and 120. So I'm going to divide by 24 to get 2 fifths. Okay. Okay, and in part C, I'm going to show you how to solve an inequality with fractions by clearing the denominator. So we need to multiply both sides by 8. 8 times -3/4 m is -6m. 8 times -1/8 is -1. -1/4 times 8 is -2. Okay, I'm add both sides by 1. Okay, -2 plus 1 is -1. And remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you need to switch the inequality sign, okay? So we're going to divide by -6. Cancel -6 on the left-hand side. Bring down the m. Switch the inequality sign. So your answer is m greater than or equal to 1/6. And for the next problem, I'm going to multiply by 105 because that's the LCD of 5, 3, and 7. And 105 times 4 fifths is 84. 2/3 times 105 is 70. -2/7 times 105 is -30. And then the x. And then I'm going to subtract 70 to both sides. Okay, I have a -30. Okay, so that's a negative number coefficient here. And I need to switch the inequality sign after I divide both sides by -30. And then simplify. 30 divided by 2 is 15, so -7/15 is less than or equal to x. Or if you want to write the x on the right hand side, you could just switch it around. Okay. As long as the inequality sign is facing the x. Your answer should be correct. And for the next problem, we multiply both sides of the equation by 30. 30 times 8 over 15x is 16x. And then 30 times negative 17 over 30 is 17. 7 over 10 times 30 is 21. Add 17 to both sides. Bring down 16x. Okay, get 38 on the right hand side. And then we divide by 16 to both sides, and it's positive, so the inequality sign stays the same. And then we simplify. So it's 19 over 8, and then we could write that as a mixed number. So that would be 2 and 3/8. Okay? X is less than 2 and 3/8. Okay, sale price. A store displays the sign shown. Clearance sale. Take 2/3 off the price of all jeans. So if I say X is the original price of the jeans, and I take 2/3 off of the price, 2/3 X will equal to the amount of the discount. Okay? And if I do X minus 2/3 X, it would give me the new price. X is the original, okay, price original minus the discount gives you the new discounted price. Okay, I'm going to write discount here. Okay, let's look at the problem. You want to buy a belt that costs $8. So that's a fixed cost. I'm going to write that down. And a pair of jeans. Okay, so the jeans, they're on sale. So we need to use the new discounted price. So X minus 2/3 X is just 1/3 X. Okay, so we're going to add 1/3 X, which is the new price. And you have $18 to spend. Write and solve an inequality to find the original prices of the jeans you can afford to buy. Okay, so I would use the less than or equal sign because I cannot spend anything more than $18. Okay, so this would be my inequality, $8 plus 1/3 X, which is the new discounted price, less than equal to 18. Now I need to solve by multiplying both sides of the equation by 3. 3 times 8 is 24, and then 3 times 1/3 X is X, and then 18 times 3 is 54, and then I'm gonna subtract 24 to both sides, and this will be 30. Oops. And X less than 30, or less than or equal to 30, so no more than $30. So the jeans would cost no more than $30. Pets. Each morning you feed your dog 3/4 cup of dry dog food. At night you feed him 1/3 of a cup. So in total you feed him 3/4 plus 1/3 of a cup. So that would be 13 over 12 of a cup. You buy a bag of dog food that contains 40 cups total. How many days will the bag last? Let X equals the number of days. Okay? And then we can take 13 over 12 times X equal to 40. And then we can solve. Times 12 over 13 times 12 over 13. Okay? Cancel. And then X would equal to 480 over 13. And by rewriting this as a mixed number, you should get 36 and 12 over 13. So one bag of dog food should last you 36 days a little more.